Well, as promised, we got the Dual-Ghia here. Alexander, what year is this, baby?
It's a 58 Dual-Ghia.
Beautiful.
Beautiful car.
Yeah, they made 117 of these total. And like I said, this is my kind of hybrid, you know, Italian-American hybrid.
And you said this has the Dodge 315?
Yeah, Dodge 315, 315 cubic inch displacement V8 in it.
It's about 260 horsepower?
Yeah, this is a 260 horse version. They made a 230 and a 260. So this is a 260, or those were the two options that were available for this car.
Now, these things must have been quite pricey back in the day. I mean, these had to be quite a bit more in a Cadillac.
Yeah, they were, and you know, it was so much because they shipped the body over to Ghia in Italy, and they actually shortened the chassis and then clad it in this aluminum coachwork. And
oh, this aluminum.
Yeah, so
wow.
And they shipped them back, and you know, it was more expensive and more exclusive than even a Rolls Royce. You know,
right.
Forget the Cadillacs; it was better than the Rollses at the time. So,
what do you expect something like this to fetch at auction?
This should be in the 250 to 350 range.
And this is going to be at your Burbank auction coming up.
It will be at our Burbank
in August.
Yeah, and
beginning of August.
No reserve too.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so, can we pop the hood and check out the
Yeah,
engine?
absolutely.
I don't know where to begin on this car. Interior, very cool, very 50s, very space agey.
Yeah, with the nice piping and the clean shift mechanisms in there.
Yeah, and the thing that's nice, I always, wow. This is the best part of a European car.
Yes.
The space, the hood not coming all the way to the front. People don't realize, you take a look at any of those really cool Ferraris, like a Lusso or something like that, it's always set, the Bizzarini, set back.
It's almost mid-engine if you think about it. This engine is behind the front wheels, you know?
Yeah,
it's kind of...
Yeah, it is.
Kind
I mean,
of pushed
after
back.
the front axle, so
it's
it
technically a mid-engine car. It's got so much room up front here. And again, you have this crazy, exotic, all the Rat Packers owned it car. But if you need a new alternator / generator, or it just about, you know, just about anything for this car, the distributor cap looks a little more exotic, but the coil's pretty straightforward. I mean, you can a fuel pump, mechanical fuel pump, you know, I mean, you could probably get parts for this engine all day long.
Yeah, most of that would be available at your local Napa store.
Yeah.
None of the aluminum body panels would
The aluminum
be, but
body panels, you're going to have to take care of those.
Yeah, exactly.
Automatic.
Two-speed automatic, yeah.
Two-speed automatic.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Can we fire it up?
Absolutely.
Let's, oh, you know what's kind of nice is the, like the spark plug wires were covered, but I couldn't tell. I didn't see anything under there.
Like a braided sheath on them? Is that what you're saying?
Big time.
It's got a good American V8 sound to it, too.
Yeah.
It smells like an old car.
Yeah.
Now, and by the way, that's not the only car Alexander brought us. He brought us, in terms of contrast, they don't really contrast more than this Alpina, but a cool little BMW Alpina. This is one you don't see very often. It's kind of the fastback. Is it 2000?
It's a 2002 Tii, and this is the touring model, which
right.
is, you know, your hatchback that you say. So.
The thing that was crazy about BMW and this Alpina stuff is how, and it's funny that Porsche would do this a little too with like the 928s. They'd go nuts with the seats, like the most reserved button-down people on the planet, and then when it comes to the seats, they just go crazy with the colors.
Yeah.
Burnt orange and yellow, or orange and red stripes going down the Alpina with sort of probably Recaro or Recaro-esque seats. This one's, oh, you got to smell this thing. You people at home have to smell the thing. It just smells, just put your head in there. It's got that.
It's the exact opposite of new car smell.
Right. It's got a
in a good way.
Looking,
it does. No,
it
does.
It's very, very Euro smelling.
But it always triggers some memory. Like when you have that
Yes.
smell, you're like, oh, there's something. Like I remember a car from back in the day, or I remember something that Dad brought home. Not your dad, but
no,
maybe
your
my dad would have brought home.
Yeah, Alpina's got great seats, great rims. Can we pop the hood on this one? Now
absolutely.
this one, the hood goes all the way to the front, but it opens in a cool way and it curves around and becomes part of the fender and everything. So it's like, you know,
Now, I don't know much of
attraction.
the history behind the Alpina name, but they're still using that today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see it on the new Z8 or the Z8 and the B7 on the 7 Series as well. Alpina's basically, it's a German tuner is what it was initially, and you know, how BMW's kind of incorporated it as part of their line, and they work directly with Alpina.
And Alpina
it's
still
kinda
today
like-
is a separate company,
Kind of like AMG,
Yeah,
I guess.
exactly.
but AMG is kind of in-house at Mercedes,
Or
right?
they didn't start in-house. They
Maybe
brought
right.
them in-house.
Exactly.
And I think it's the same with Alpina. This is looks like mechanical injection here, and really cool, funky mechanical injection with what looks like some aftermarket air filters on there. This thing, and maybe stacked.
This would have been a whole motor that would have been dropped in at the dealer.
Really?
The Alpina motor, this is a whole upgrade for this car. So this is completely different than any other 2002, and it's not just a graphics kit or anything. It was the motor, it was the suspension, the sway bars, it was the seats. Everything is Alpina on this car, which is a really rare example. And people didn't typically take the touring models and make them into Alpinas either. And the touring model never came to the U.S.
The
either.
2002, the
So
coupe, yeah.
so this is it's pretty special in this configuration.
Now, no reserve, or do we have a reserve?
This one does
thing?
have a reserve. So
Damn.
yeah.
So you can't say what the reserve is, but you have an idea of what this car
We're expecting
is.
this in the 45 to 50 range, actually.
Okay.
So, like I said, it's a pretty rare and exclusive car.
Do you know what that says right there, Adam?
I don't know. They would do the colors.
This label right here.
They would always put the color on there in
that is
German.
the color, and then it's Inca orange is the color.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
On this-
Inca is
this
the
tag
color
right
for
here?
orange. Yeah, and these seats are actually really sporty.
Yeah, no, they're
I
back
think-
before they did, way before Supras were doing sporty seats. Is it a 4-speed or a 5-speed?
5.
Wow.
Yeah.
5-speed back in the day. Very early 5-speed. Yeah, this is definitely one of those, not too many of these things
Yeah.
on the block.
But it's got to be such a fun little car to drive.
Oh, yeah.
It's a blast. No power steering. You know.
Really?
Yeah, it's exciting.
But it doesn't weigh
Add lightness.
anything like cars today,
Yeah.
between all the airbags and the other stuff that are in the cars today.
Where do people go if they want to check it out online? And we know it's going to be at the Burbank. Is it Marriott across the street there?
Yeah, it's the Marriott in Burbank.
1st through
so-
the 3rd of August.
Yeah,
But if
yeah.
you want to go online,
Yeah, check the website. You know, constantly got lots coming in on auctionsamerica.com. So we'll have, and that stays updated all the time.
if you go to RM, is there a link to Auctions America?
Yes, yeah, there is. So,
All right.
So but Auctions America, you know, our website, you can find the California sale very easily, and you can view all the lots there. They all have descriptions, pictures. You can view everything, and if you have any questions, you know, send us an email or give us a call in the office, and we're happy to, if we've seen the cars, do full condition reports and that kind of stuff, and we can get you all set up to bid that way, and, you know, hope to see both you guys there as well.
And then after that, the RM auction in Monterey, which is coming up pretty
It's
soon.
2
as
weeks
well.
after, so.
Right there.
All right.
Yeah, so our websites are busy for the next couple weeks. So.
I will be one of the people busy checking out what's on it. So, until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Alexander Weaver and Matt DeAndrea saying, keep the air in the spare and the bag in the wheel.